this weekend, man?
Well, we can say in Berlin real quick. Devon Allen won again. We could pull up his season. I feel like we just keep adding on to, and then he ran another 13.00, and then he ran another 13.00. And this time it was a 13.1, but a good win here over Ronald Levy of Jamaica. Allen's in this nice little sweet spot here where he's running 13.0 to 13.1 low just over and over again. I'm no doubt he was buoyed by Oregon's win over Ohio State the day before. He put the O up at the start line there. But Allen, when he's at his best, really takes advantage of the distance from the last hurdle to the finish line. And like he has that nice little burst coming off that final hurdle, and he's able to eke out some of these wins. And I think that in combination with just how technically sound and strong he's been over the hurdles themselves have been a real difference maker. I think if you reran the Olympics now, I think he'd be a pick, obviously, to get into the medals now that we've seen just how consistent he can be.
Yeah, he's quoted from the mix zone in Berlin. It felt good, not quite good as my race a few days ago, but still a fast time and great feel to beat Levy, the bronze medalist. It's always good to compete well against a good field. That's a very good, media trained answer. Very vanilla, generic, just happy to be here so I don't get fined type answer. Oregon taught him well how to give
Yeah.
good quote speak.
Yeah. You brought up the fact that US could have 3 sub-13 guys next year. And I'm looking at, Allen's top 10 hurdle marks. 13.03 from 2016. Then his next couple are from 2021, the 13.06 and the 13.08. It's on one hand, you're like thinking ceiling. Okay, has he already hit his ceiling? And he'll bang up against the 13.03 a bunch of times, but he won't be able to do it. Versus the breakthrough. And if you run consistently at a 13.0 clip or 13.1 clip, eventually you're going to have that one big breakthrough race. What do you think it is for Allen? Like, was 13.03 the breakthrough, and then these times are just filling in the gaps there? Or do you think he's going to keep pushing on this barrier, and he'll get the right race in the right conditions and get sub-13 in his career?
Travis, could you go on his profile to his progression by year? Yeah. I just want to check out his 110 progression. So I think his 16 and 17, and you can argue his 14 for that matter, but his 16, 17, I felt like were very consistent. I think he was kind of a little banged up in 19. And I honestly think his norm is 13.10, 13.0. And I think that the fact that he got slower in 18, 19, 20 you can obviously throw out completely. But I think that was just a fact of injuries and not having a full season from start, middle, and end. Because in order to run 13.0, same thing in any sprint event, you just need to have a really good season, start, middle, and end to hit your true potential in any short sprint. You can't just you can't miss too much of training and then show up and run 9.8. Like, that just doesn't happen. So I think 13.0 is what he's always been based on his 2016 and his 2021. So I do think he's going to run 12.9 before he's done. So next 2 years, probably the end of his prime. He's got 2 more years to do it, and I think it's going to happen.